now we have this material, see how wide it is, how wide it is. So we're going to start pleating this up, and the most simplest way I can say is I am going to find the centre, so that's the centre of that one, so I'm going to nip that, just put a little nip into it, and then that's the back because the zip is there, and then I'm going to fold it again. So these points where I'm folding, these are where my key pleats are going to be. And believe you me, I am making this up as I go along, because that's what it's all about, fashion. Make it up as you go along. And then when you get it right, especially when we was in the factory, when you get it right, then we make more of the same using the patterns that we've got. So there it is again, and I can do another pleat, so I can have as much pleats as I want. There, we're going to have another pleat there. And let's do another pleat. So remember I gave it a 1-inch seam allowance? Right, let's do another one here. Okay, so all along my fabric I've got where to put my pleats, and I'll just pleat them up. Now to tell you the truth, I really do need my pins now for this section, so I better go and look for them. At the top here it's just a little bit over, so if I put the two together down here, I can just, you can see that? No one's perfect, and just cut it off. And that's lined up, that's fine. And to double check it, that one is not taller than the back of the front. There you are. There's nothing to write home about. A little bit there, but nothing to write home about. So I've done all the pleating, markings for the pleats. So at the back, there's a pleat there. So at the back, you can either have a pleat going away from the zip, or you can have it going to the zip. So that's your choice, which way you want it. I think I'd like it going to the zip, but let's see what happens from the middle. Let's go back to the middle and start pleating the skirt up. Alright, so here's my first pleat, and my first pleat is, there are, even though I didn't measure it, they are 7.5 inches apart. Roughly 7.5 inches apart to 8 inches, and I'm satisfied with that. So what we do now, my first pleat I want it to be in the middle, so from there to there. So here's the other half. So I'm going to decide that that is my point here, so I'm going to pleat that to the nip. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold the other one to get it equal to it. Fold it like that. Then open it up and then put a pin in it. That's why it was so important for me to find the pins for this stage. There's a pin there. And there's a pin there. Now, this is where I really do need my mannequin. And I searched all over the place for it and I just couldn't find it. Even in the attic. And I went to the storage and I still couldn't find it. So I'm going to have to make do with just showing it to you like this. And then you'll just see it on me when I've got it on. So that's my first pleat. And I'm going to do box pleat going all the way around. Right. So there's one pleat there and one pleat there. So in theory, this box is going to be a different size because it was meant to be around this. So this is meant to be smaller. So I'm going to have smaller pleats. So, and then if we did it from box to box, one there and one there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, box to box. So I'll continue doing that all the way around. So there is my pleat forming. It's a bit like Laurie Ashley wallpaper or dress or something. So I'll continue doing that. So that's going to cover the zip. Lovely. Right, so here you can see now the waist is kind of reducing and it's taking the shape of a skirt. Now, don't forget now, for my measurement, I'm going to ease this in to my waist. So it's going to go down even more. And there's my skirt form. Now I'm going to do the waistband. I've put another fabric on top because it's too transparent and it's showing the black. So I don't really want the black to show, I just want the fabric to show, so I've done that. So there's my waistband. That's my waistband, and I'm going to cut the fabric off because I don't need that excess fabric. So this is the front and that's the back. I'm just doing that stitch just to hold the fabric down because I've got two there. And then I'm going to cut it off. So I'm going to have a 2-inch overlap. Here I'm marking out the centre. That's the centre. But actually, no, I don't want the centre because, here we go. Where did I put that nip? There's the nip. So there's the nip. There is my 1 inch seam allowance, and there's the, so that is my waist, and that is the centre. That's the centre, and now that's where one side is going, and that's where the other side. Now normally you will have the back a little bit bigger than the front, but I've evened it out. So now I'm going to this is unusual to gather up box pleat, but that's what I want. I want it to gather. I'm gathering this up now because this machine doesn't seem to be doing a bigger stitch. I can gather it in a different way and ease it in. So one way or the other I'm having a skirt to wear on Saturday. If I gather up too much on this, I could always pull it out as I go along. So the waist has gone in a bit. The waist has gone in, and I'm going to put the waistband on now. Right here. 1, 2 and a bit. 1, 2 and a bit. That's fine. Right, so I've got the rough edge showing here, and I'm putting it to the inside of the skirt. Where did I form my centre? Here's the centre. Right, so let's put it on this way.